welcome to another episode of Fixing Bugs and Stuff. As you saw earlier, I ran the car. It was kind of warm, and then I ran it cold. You heard the choke engage. So that's what the two earlier videos were. We can go over this real quick. We usually call this the Super 1600. Everything's brand new on the engine except for probably four things. It will be the push rods. It will be the rocker arm assembly, and the exhaust. And I think there was one more thing. Oh, and these manifolds here. So earlier the customer brought in his old engine and it had caught fire, and it was probably because either a fuel line came loose or you have a fuel filter here that just fell off. I'm not sure really what happened, but he had a fire and then he extinguished it with an extinguisher, and there was a bunch of, you know how that junk is. I don't know if it's soda ash, it just gets everywhere. So he wanted everything brand new, which is good. That's a good choice. This has a pat down distributor on it. I was able to install, works real nice. It's a Brosol fuel pump. It's not the cheap stuff, that way it doesn't break. Definitely using a Solex carburetor here. It's a 30, H30, pick one, which works out really well right out of the box. So you can see that without the exhaust takes up a lot of space here, real estate here. And it is kind of hard to get in here and do the timing because you have to, crouch down, get your timing right. Then you got to come over here and mess with your distributor just to get the timing right. It's a little difficult. You got to be careful. I work with a lot of these, and you can get burned putting your hand in here. Of course, you're going to get burned with this here. Just be careful. If you're running the exhaust and you're fooling with the engine, just be careful. Do not put your hands in here. You can definitely get burned. Just a precautionary thing. As you saw in the video, this thing's pretty loud. Essentially, this is just a header with a stinger on it. So it's going to be a little loud, and that's what the customer wants. Sure, no problem. It's a lot of fun. Let's see what else. There's not much to tell you. I can break down the engine specs for you. It has a counterweight 69 millimeter crankshaft. It's one thing. It's got brand new rods in it too from CB Performance. All brand new main bearings, cam bearings, rod bearings, you name it. It has a stock, a stock camshaft in it. The customer wanted something that was just basically all stock. And that's what we provided, except for a couple things like the pulley and the fan shroud. So other than that, there's not much else to say. I do want to point out one thing here. Let me grab a flashlight real quick. Okay, back here you can see how the fuel line comes out, and it's tied to here too. I don't like putting it, some people put it in between here. I really don't like doing that. It just rattles. So I put a clip here, which I normally do, and I run it out here. But you can see this is pretty close to the exhaust here, and this all gets hot. So I get a little nervous about this kind of stuff. So what the customer can do, I'm not sure how his vehicle is set up, but you can actually bend this. This is, I believe this is copper. You can bend this way and then come down this way. That way you're staying away from the exhaust. Or what I've seen in the past, and a friend alluded this to me, that you can actually drill a hole into the fan shroud and run it through here and have it come out this way. But again, I don't know how this is going into a Baja or like a buggy. I'm not sure how it's all set up in here with, with the fiberglass and all. The fiberglass could be sitting weird, so it's just best just to leave it like this, and he can always bend this. I mean, it's pretty soft. You can bend it with your hand even, and come out to where you need to. Then add your fuel filter here. I always recommend adding your fuel filter out here, never over here. Those fuel filters, I don't know, sometimes they come loose. they break apart. You're so close to all this electrical and coil and spark. This is how your fire gets started. So my recommendation is always to put the fuel filter over here. Now, if you have it here, that's totally up to you. Take the risk, but I've seen too many times fires happen. Let's see what else. I still have to put the pressure plate and clutch on. No big deal. Again, this is the Light and flywheel. Everything has been really upgraded here. Also have brand new heads too. 85 and a half brand new heads, along with let's see what else. Look, these MP stainless steel covers are awesome. They seal pretty well. I'm pretty happy with those. So other than that, that's all I can report. I would have filmed the build, but I was going back and forth with a bunch of stuff, so it would have been kind of chaotic. So that's all I have at the moment. Please let me know if you have any questions or any comments. I can surely answer them for you. I wasn't too sure if this engine was going to be sitting outside. So some people have like their buggies or their Bajas sit outside, and this doesn't have like a cover on it. So I try to put as much stainless steel as I can. As far as hardware goes, like these are stainless steel and this hardware here is stainless steel. Anything that was put on the engine as far as bolting it all together, it's all stainless steel. Just in case that it's exposed here, because here in the Northeast we get flash rust from the salt that's in the air. So I just wanted to make sure this engine stay looking nice. Okay? All right, guys. Please comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Oh, one more thing I want to mention. The oil I put in here for startup is usually break-in oil. And I use the 2050. I can show you what I use. Hold on. I usually use the 2050 Lucas break-in oil. It's got a lot of zinc in it to get it going. This works out pretty good. I don't remember how many quarts I put into it. I think I put like 3 or 4 quarts. I don't remember. Whatever the engine needs. So any engine builders, I'm not sure what they do, but what I do is I'll start this off using this oil. When it's in the car, I break it in for 20 or 30 minutes at 2,000 RPM, sometimes 2,500, just to break in the cam and the cam and the lifters. Once that's done, I shut it down, start up again, try to adjust everything like the timing and the carb just to get it nice and even and smooth. And then I drain all the oil and then I readjust the valves, because during that time, everything's kind of breaking in, everything's kind of seating. Not totally, but it's starting to. And you'll find out that your valves will be kind of loose once everything's been running for like a half hour or so. But once that happens, the oil's drained, then I put in new oil. Now, I'm not going to get into the debate of what kind of oil you use or what type of oil you use. That's totally up to you. But I just want to say that break-in oil does not have anti-rust in it. I see many engines that have break-in oil in there. The customer receives the car, the engine sits for a while, just for a good while, maybe 2 or 3 months. And then you find out that flash rust will happen inside of the engine because this doesn't have a rust inhibitor in it. Your normal oil does, but that doesn't. So just a side note, sorry if I'm sounding long-winded, but that was it. Thanks again.